Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here on a Tuesday night here on TrueSim Productions. It's a new league that we're broadcasting this season. Tuesday Night Thunder brought to us by, Cyber Thunder Racing League. So if you want to join Cyber Thunder Racing League, check out their Discord. We'll get you racing here next week. Joining me tonight is the one and only Tanner Marr. Tanner, how are we doing tonight?
I am doing good, Sam. I'm excited. We got, at last count, over 38 trucks out here, I believe, so it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. 130 laps here at Atlanta, and it is going to be the restrictor plate Atlanta, so it's going to be some tight racing. And something that's going to be interesting here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is they are going to have to pit off of turn 3. So that's going to be wild to watch as we're watching practice kind of wrap up here. Top times on the left-hand portion of your screen. Looks like Chris Dorsey right now has the fastest time. We know that's really not going to matter a whole lot with it being a kind of a restrictor plate racetrack. Tanner, how do you feel about Atlanta tonight?
So as a driver, I'm not a big fan of Atlanta like a lot of other drivers, but as a spectator, it's awesome because, like you mentioned, it's like a restrictor plate. It races like a super speedway. You're going to see two wide basically at all times tonight, I have a feeling, throughout the pack.
So the thing is also, ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep in mind, they're coming to this version of Atlanta, but here in a couple weeks, they're going to be going back to the old Atlanta. So we're going to get the best of both worlds here with this league. It's 23 race season. I want to shout out Chris Legoo for starting the season off here with TrueSim Productions last week. I was not able to start it off, but we are here, and I will be here for the rest of the season. Tanner, if he wants to be every now and again, but I know he's got stuff going on, but that doesn't matter. About 2 minutes and 41 seconds left here in practice. And with that being said, we got to start pre-race ceremony. So if you could please, ladies and gentlemen, rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Josh was nice enough to provide most of the music here on TrueSim Productions, so if you could go check out his stuff, give him a like, give him a subscription, we'd greatly appreciate it. It's Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. 34 seconds left to go here in practice. Drivers finalizing everything. I heard a few drivers talking earlier, kind of jumped around in the channels, was listening into some conversations, and a lot of people not really sure what kind of steering ratio to run here. Now, normally with a super speedway like Daytona or Talladega, you're going to want that wheel to be a little bit more heavy. But I've been hearing mixed steering ratios going on. I heard 12-1, I've heard 14-1, and some going as far as 16-1. Tanner, what do you think about steering ratio here tonight?
I think it comes down to whatever a driver's comfortable with, right? I'm normally one that I want to go up as high as I can, 16-1, just to make the steering just not as twitchy, I guess. So it comes down to preference and comes down to how these trucks are feeling for each individual driver.
As practice goes ahead and wraps up, it's time to go ahead and jump into qualifying here tonight. And as Tanner mentioned it while we were listening to the national anthem, We got 43 drivers here tonight, everybody. This is a full field of trucks at Atlanta. This is going to be pretty wild to watch, not going to lie. Let's go ahead and start. Take a look at the number 88 of Amanda Sherman. She's just heading out on track first. Let's keep a camera on her. The question is, what do you do here in qualifying? Now, I am personally not that experienced at this particular version of Atlanta. Do you run the top side, build up your first lap? What do you do here?
I think you got to get that momentum, get the RPMs up in that truck. So yeah, use that first lap kind of just as a throwaway, doing nothing but building speed here.
Amanda Sherman out on track, coming to get the green flag. Let's see what she does here on her first lap. And we're going to try and bounce around as much as we can here, ladies and gentlemen. 43 drivers, so going to be a lot of names to go ahead and try and get out there tonight. Let's jump around. Let's go to Tom Richer, league owner, from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Hey, what's up, Tom? We're neighbors. Bet he didn't know that. Tom is currently coming to get the green flag right now for his qualifying run in that number 34.
Was that your first time knowing that, like seeing that,
yeah,
Allentown?
Yeah, that's the first time I noticed that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Corey Sherman second on the board. Amanda Sherman top of the charts right now, Tanner, in that number 88, a 31.75 provisional pole right now.
I've done a lot of restrictor plate races, super speedway races with the 88 of Amanda Sherman, and I can promise you she's pretty strong when it comes to this style of racing. I look for her to be in the mix tonight if she can keep the front of that truck clean.
As more times start popping in, Ed Jurgen, he goes top of the charts, but Stephen Burnett, he bumps him off, and Brett Wright now bumps him off provisional pole. So Brett Wright in the number 28 right now, currently sitting on provisional pole. A lot of times are coming in right now. Taking a look at George Cushman, number 7. It's down on that apron just a little bit before he crosses the line. Right now, 19th, jumps up to 6th. So good qualifying effort out of the number 7, a 31.52. 31.52 for the 7 of George Cushman. Still currently Brett Wright up at the top of the charts. It got number 29, a Judd Danielson Racer. Interesting name. We'll call him Judd. He just finished up his run 7th, 31.52. See, anybody who is still on their run right now. How about this, Tanner? We know this name. Fred Thompson. He just finished up his run, 25th on the board, 32 flat for the number 78 of Fred Thompson. Jason Higginbottom just came off the pit road in that number 40 machine. That's showing 40, looks like 44 on the side of the truck. So that's something that we're going to have to keep an eye out too, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be calling what's on my program, not what's on the side of the truck. So until we get used to all these names, new numbers, got to get used to everybody. But Higginbottom, he is out on the track, just got the green flag for his first lap. Derek Paulson, good to see him back once again. Got a 99 on the side of the truck. The old coffee man.
Or power fade.
Yeah, I don't like the power fade. Not a fan of the power fade. He's always been the coffee man. Dustin Ping in the number 81 out on track as well on his first green flag lap.
Now you mentioned, Sam, that there's some names in here that we just haven't seen yet, right? We're basically just now coming into the league tonight, so but there's a few names that we do know, right? Dustin Ping, I look for him to also be somebody that should be in the mix late in this thing. If he can keep it clean, he's Mr. Excitement on Sundays. So I mean, Atlanta, he could be Mr. Excitement here tonight as well.
Well, first lap of 31.82 for the number 81 of Dustin Ping. Let's see what he can do here on lap number 2. Higginbottom went third quickest, I want to point out, with 31.48.
And look at the time.
Oh yeah,
everybody's
top
time right there.
That's insane. The top 20 is within a 10th of each other right now. Well, that actually wrapped up qualifying, Tanner.
That was it.
I went fast. 5 minutes of qualifying will go really fast. Normally we're used to 10. I will say that. But it's no big deal. It's time to get this grid going. Been a while since I've had to do the old grid. Let's get it fired up. Right. Going to be starting on the pole in the number 28 with Gary Bowman starting to his outside in second. Jason Higginbottom going to be starting in third with Rick Thompson starting in fourth. Reed Wyman is going to be starting in fifth with Eric Anderson rolling off sixth. Derek Paulson starting in seventh with Chris Harefield starting in eighth. Scott Clemens Baker is going to be starting ninth, and to his outside, Stephen Burnett, and that number 5. George Cushman going to be rolling off in 11th with Judd Danielson starting in 12th. Moving on down, starting in 13th, it's Michael Murphy Jr. To his outside, Dustin Payton in the number 81. Mike Donahue is going to be starting in 15th with Chris D. Rose to his outside in 16th. Corey Sherman rolling off P17 tonight with Ed Jurgen starting in 18th. Stephen Musick going to be starting 19th with Philip Van Vliet, the Lone Dutchman, starting in 20th. Ray Richard going to be starting 21st to his outside. Andy Cork in that number 41 in 22nd. Jason Bauer starting 23rd with Nick Raffini starting in 24th. Big field tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bradley Murphy starting 25th with Kevin Fetty to his outside in 26th. Donald McLaughlin, I want to say McLaughlin, is going to be 27th. Jackie Brandon's going to be starting 28th. Amanda Sherman rolling off P29 with Robert Peach Jr. to her outside in 30th. Dave Gainforth is going to be starting 31st. Fred Thompson 32nd. Mike Stiverson in 33rd. Tom Richard 34th. Dennis Nickel in 35th. John, I'm going to try it, Shidrick III going to be starting 36th.
That sounded like it read. Good job.
Well, hey, real quick, anybody you guys watch this back, DM me after the race. Give me a pronunciation of your name. I'll get it right for next week. Andrew Caldwell is going to be starting 37th. Doug Wysocki is going to be starting in 38th. Brian Dorsey 39th. Tommy Fox 40th. Matt Kopp 41st. Chris Dorsey in 42nd. And Gary Wright shotgun on the field here tonight in 43rd.
Somebody give that man a glass of water. 43 drivers out here tonight. Man, oh man.
This is going to be wild to watch.
This is going to be wild.
Again, thank you everybody for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night for the Cyber Thunder Racing League. Tuesday Night Thunder, it's the Georgia Peach 195 here at Atlanta. Now there's a chance, Santa, they might be going one more lap. Tom mentioned that to me before the race.
In 4.
Just to make sure everybody's lined up where they need to be. Oh no, we're going to go right now. Well, 130 laps, 43 drivers. It's Cyber Thunder here on a Tuesday night. Let's get it on. Green flag is out. Here in Atlanta, we are racing. Good launch there by that number 54. I believe that's showing the 28 for me, but the 54. We'll try and get the numbers right the best we can here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but a good jump nonetheless. Jason Higginbottom going to follow him. Now the question is, are they going to get single file, or are they going to try and double line this up the whole race and see which line's going to work the best? Right now, Rick Thompson second on the outside lane right now behind the 08 of Reed Wyman, I believe that is. Or no, yeah, that's where it's going to get confusing.
It's, yep, I'm already battling it.
That's all right. Side by side as they go down the back straightaway right now, and a battle for the race lead. Oh no, that's Gary Bowman in the number 8. There we go. Now I got it. He's trying to make a charge on the outside for the race lead. 130 laps though, and we got stages. I believe it's lap 30 and lap 65. So how hard do you race in this first stage is the real question.
How bad do you want to get that race lead, get out front? We just saw Bowman do it. He's going to go to the low line here, Sam. Now it's going to allow RT76 Rick to be the leader on the outside lane here. See if he can get the pull and get back up there and go head-to-head with 8.
Still side by side, pretty much all the way back. Kind of go to the middle of the field here. Taking a look at that 7 of George Cushman. Had a good qualifying run. He's currently in the 15th spot. Had a big move by, oh, yeah, that was Ed Jurgen. He almost got up into the outside wall right there with that move. And this is the thing, it's going to be like this pretty much the whole race, ladies and gentlemen. Side by side, just nose to tail, inches apart from each other. The question is, how is the tire wear going to affect how these trucks, I should say, handle here at Atlanta tonight? Are they going to have to start backing out of the throttle on entry?
That's a perfect point, Sam. That's what I was going to ask. Yes, they're wide open right now, but the truck's driving as good as it's going to drive all night. You're on fresh tires right now. In the next 10 or so laps, are you going to have to start lifting? And with that, this pack will start to spread out a little bit.
Making a move for the race lead was Rick Thompson in that number 76 machine. Had it down the back straightaway, but that inside line actually had a really good run. And here comes Gary Bowman on the charge, trying to take the lead right back.
Already side drafting each other, Sam. Trying to pull that truck back.
And that's a dangerous game. You side drive too much, you're going to turn somebody right into the outside wall. And this
You're
early,
playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You really got to be careful with that side draft. 43, Eric Anderson, currently in 3rd right now, up on the top side. Right behind Rick Thompson. Trying to give him a shot down the front straightaway right here. And the other question I really have, I didn't get a chance to talk to a whole lot of drivers before the race, but how easy is it to get the draft and get up on the back bumper of the guy in front of you? So we know, Tanner, it can create that pocket of air, right? And it's hard to actually get up on the back and push them, as we see the 54 right up on the back bumper of the number 8. So they got it figured out.
There's no contact between the race leaders.
The 54 really had to get out of it right there. On board here with Brett Wright.
This is the perfect shot. As though we have a yellow on the speedway.
Caution flag out on the speedway. First yellow of the evening. Looks like quite a few people might have been involved in this one, Tanner. Let's see if I can't get that queued up. Oh, right there is contact. Okay.
Just a stack up out the front.
It was
it looks
definitely
like
a big stack up right there on that inside lane. Looks like the 97, yeah, checks up. 09 gets into the back of them, and 17 gets into the back of the 70. I promise I'll learn all y'all's names by the end of the season. There's a lot of you.
Was that a product of the 54 having to check up on entry?
It's very possible, but
it just almost domino effects throughout the field and just gets bigger and bigger, the checkup does.
Let's take another look at it. Yeah, big damage there for the 17. I think this 70 is going to get away pretty clean. But involved with that one, ladies and gentlemen, was Steven Musick, George Cushman, Michael Murphy Jr., Mike Donahue, Robert Keach, Bradley Murphy, Gary Wright, Matthew Kopp, and Donald McLaughlin. All got a piece of that one. See, that's why I love that program, Tanner.
And some trucks, I mean, significant heavy damage.
Tell you what, though, that put Rick Thompson in a good position. He had a nose over the number 8, so he's in the race lead right now. Nobody electing to come down pit road just yet. And I don't see why you would have to, unless you wanted to top off with fuel, but there's just so many trucks out there. You're giving up all that track position, and 10 laps into a race, you got 20 more laps here before we get to the first stage. Why risk it?
I agree. If you're in the top 10, top 15 with 43 trucks, I'm going to stay out.
By the way, everybody, I see y'all out in chat. I got that popped up. See Cody Heinzman out there. See JKY2K out there in chat as well. Thank you all for tuning in and commenting on the stream. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already.
So something cool about Cody Heisman, he races with us right on Sunday, and he's the past Cyber Series champion, right? And he's not able to be here tonight, so what's he doing? He's basically being my producer. I have just a handful of stats he's just been sending me and stuff to watch for that we can just sprinkle through the night. So shout out Cody Heisman for not only chatting, but also helping me out here tonight.
Appreciate that, Cody. It's always difficult when you start a new series. You don't know anybody's name. You don't know who the heavy hitters are, who to watch. Lights are off on the pace car, though. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Old RT76 there on the bottom lane. He's going to fire him off. He's got the 43 of Eric Anderson to his outside. I like that paint scheme, too. I always like that STP blue, you know?
I do, too.
He got his number right. He even got it on the hood. So remember, quite a few drivers involved with that last wreck. Currently, the only driver still on pit road is Donald McLaughlin. Still on pit road. Everybody else got the damage fixed back out on the racetrack. And here's the thing with this track, everybody. This is basically play racing. We all know that. But you really don't have as many lanes as you would at Talladega or even Daytona. It's a lot smaller of a track. Where do you go? What kind of move do you make to make those passes to get up towards the front?
If you're at the third row or back, you're basically in a box. You can't really go nowhere.
I'm sure somebody will figure it out. Somebody will slip
Oh, they will. They will.
Maybe even see the bumpers getting used a little bit. Rick Thompson fires them off. We're back underway. Lap 12 of 130, still a long way to go. And in about another 17 laps, we're going to be getting a stage caution. Chance for these guys to cool back down.
Huge jump there for RT76. I think it's going to hurt him a little bit. Don't have a whole lot of help out the back. Look at the run the 43 has. 43 is going to get clear to 76. Just too good of a launch there.
He's got a lot of help, though, from the person behind him there. I believe that is, that was Stephen Burnett, I believe. No, the 18. Chris Harefield. There we go. It was Chris Harefield. Gave the 43 a huge shot, gave him the race lead. Now the 5 is trying to push the 18 up towards the front. That was a little bit of slicing and dicing there. I mean, I guess if you want to get out there and control this thing, right? You know, you kind of set the pace.
I think you're the safest, the least amount of cars you got out your windshield here tonight.
Now, see, I like that outside lane. I like the way they're formed up. I mean, you see the inside lane's kind of broken up right now, but that outside lane is really tight, really formed up. The problem is, if we have to have some sort of green flag pit stops, you don't want to be up there. So how do you work your way back down if we ever get green flag pit stops later in the race? Still side by side for the race lead right now. Give it to Eric Anderson. Watch the run that number 18 gets coming off the corner. He's going to probably beat, he's going to beat him to the line right here. So give that one to Chris Harefield.
Just from prior experience here in the next-gen car, I haven't really ran trucks here a lot, but as the runs go on, we typically would migrate up to the top just based off that's where the grip was. So that may be what these guys are experiencing out here tonight too. The outside lane looks more formed up, whereas the inside groove, they can only get about 3-4 cars turned together and then it starts to break away.
Yeah, but the other question is that a product of everybody just kind of taking it easy right now, like not trying to get too close to anybody?
Right.
I mean, it's still really early. We're only 16 laps in. You got a lot of time to figure out what you're going to do. This is where you can figure out who you can push and who you can't push those. So kind of a double-edged sword, if you will.
This is the time to make friends, right? Don't make enemies right now.
Absolutely. You see Rick Thompson all over the back bumper of that number 43. Look at the 18 way up the racetrack.
And took the train with him. Everybody went up there.
Back here almost. 44 got up out of the groove. Number 92 tried to shoot the gap, but thought better of it. I think that was a smart move. They're almost 3 wide going down the front stretch.
Right. I think the 44 may caught a piece of the wall a little bit too.
If he did, it was very minimal. Obviously, it's not going to hurt him.
Just enough to slow him down, really.
That actually allowed that 24 car. That's Chris D. Rose. He's slotted up to the high side. So the 24 likes that high line right now, and I don't blame him. Like you said, Tanner, and I said that high line is getting formed up more than the outside lane or the inside lane is. Right now, though, they're kind of both broken up. Rick Thompson just absolutely shoving the 43 down the backstretch, though. And Dustin Ping right on the back bumper of that 76 truck. These guys are putting on a good show.
I think we're starting to see tire wear out here, though. You're starting to see other guys start to pull out, right? They're able to break away a little bit. I think that's a product of some guys having to lift now.
On board with Rick Thompson.
Like if you're Rick here, you want to lead, where do you go? Well, you just got to go through the 43, and that's what he was trying to do, is bump drafting.
He's lifting a little bit, but not too much. Ooh. Dustin Ping a little squirrely right behind him. Couldn't get square enough to give him a shot.
Look how close they are. You're playing chess out here. Just right there on top of each other. Looking to make a move.
On board with our race leader. You heard him. He had to get out of the gas right there. He's going to move up top. That's going to allow Rick Thompson to shoot around him, maybe take the race lead away. Number 76 looking for the lead. Dustin Ping still on the back bumper of the 76. Now, I see Cody Heinzman out in chat. He's saying, watch the low line on corner entry. They shoot up a little as it is. It'll get worse with the tire wear, and he suspects we'll get the big one from a tight entry on the low line.
I think so as well. They're going to bobble up. Yeah, I think they will. I'm going to bet with him. I think that's what's going to happen. We're already seeing it right now. And they're slowly just going to start bouncing up higher and higher.
Well, while this is a plate track, like you said, eventually you're going to have to get out of the gas at least a little bit, but you can't run right around that bottom line like you can at Talladega or Daytona. You just can't do it. The track just doesn't run like that. It's a very weird quote-unquote plate track now, I guess we can call it.
You just don't have the grip. You just don't have the grip really go wide open. I think that's why the 43 had the whip wall up, and he pushed out. I think he just kind of lost grip a little bit and shoved up the track, had to get out of the throttle.
He probably has a little bit more grip than Rick Thompson does, being that close to him, right? That dirty air.
Probably.
Kind of go through the field just a little bit. Taking a look at Corey Sherman back here in 15th position. He's last on the outside lane right now. Couple more cars are jumping up there, though. That outside lane is starting to form back up really well.
We got stage points coming out at lap 30, I believe. That's into stage 1.
I believe it's the top 10, yeah.
It is.
But I want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, we get a caution in the next 5 laps. That will be the stage. So that is a rule that they have here in Cyber Thunder. Once you hit lap 24, everything until lap 30, if we get a caution in between there, that'll be the end of the stage.
Look at the top 3 on the low line, Sam. They were hooked up nose to tail. And it gave the 43 a huge run on the low line.
That makes me worry a little bit, though. I mean, if we're talking about these guys maybe pushing a little tight, getting into the corner, I think the last thing I want to do is be that close to somebody going into the corner like that. They're making it work right now, though. Hanging all over the back bumper of Rick Thompson. We got the 18 of Chris Harefield, I wouldn't say he's being kind of left out to dry, but the 5 isn't really pushing him like the 76 is on the 43. Every now and then he gets close enough to give him a shot, but you see him kind of hanging back just a little bit. Look at that. Like you said, Tanner, the bottom 3 on the bottom. It just knows the tail. And the thing is if you're Dustin Payne, you really got to be careful. You push the pusher, you can make something go wrong real fast.
I think we're getting ready to see a bomb explode on this low line right here. I don't know how much longer they can do it. They might be able to survive to the stage, but the pushers are getting a little bit more intense each time, basically.
As you see, we're on board right now with the 81 of Dustin Payne. You can't see anything in front of Rick.
Nope. We can never describe how intense this is when you're in it and you're doing it.
Only a couple laps here before the end of stage 1. Who's gonna get it? I mean, it's been so close every lap between this 43 and the 18. Eric Anderson, Chris Harefield. Now the caution flag will fly once the 10th place car crosses the start finish line. That's how I've been informed how it's gonna work. So they gotta keep racing until they see that yellow flag. Oh, a little bit of side draft in there. 43 gets loose. They made a little bit of contact there going into 1 and 2.
I think the 43 is starting to get really tight too. I've been monitoring him the last few laps. He's not able to wrap the bottom and stay near that red line.
18 goes way up the racetrack trying to get a run out of the corner. Comes out in front of the 5. They got to keep racing until that 10th place car crosses the line, but I think we're going to give it to the 43 of Eric Anderson as the stage winner. Yep, there's the caution flag. So Eric Anderson, stage 1 winner. That was wild.
That was wild, and it was clean, actually. That was awesome. Good racing.
I mean, I know it's exciting for us up here, but imagine being down in one of them trucks right now, just on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Nothing we could ever say up here does it justice until you actually just feel it. It's weird, and we're just sim racing, right? But it's so intense. It really is.
Especially if you got virtual reality. Oh man,
I can only imagine.
It's a good job to the number 43, Eric Anderson. Looks like Chris Harefield got second, RT76 third, Stephen Burnett fourth, Dustin Payne fifth, Christy Rose in that 24 machine sixth, Jason Higginbottom seventh, Ed Jurgen eighth, Gary Bowman ninth, and Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, 10th. Last truck to get points.
A busy pit road here, Sam.
So who's going to win the race off pit? What do you do here? Do you take tires? I imagine you take tires.
If your last name's Anderson and you were pushing up off the bottom, you take tires here. I saw him. He looked like he was getting a little tight. So I think that will be the majority probably.
Well,
I think somebody might gamble here.
He ran the bottom pretty much that whole stint too.
He did.
Race off pit road. He got it.
He got it clean and easy. That battle for third was tight.
Real busy pit road. 3 wide right there between Dustin Payne and a couple other drivers. I'm kind of looking over the pit stop times right now, Tanner, see if maybe we had any gamblers. I think Chris Dorsey might have gambled a little bit. 9.9 second stop, maybe right sides only. Same with the number 6, Derek Paulson. He had an 11.13 stop.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that's going to be right side tires only for those guys. Try and get that track position. Get up here and get in this mess.
It's dangerous, but it can pay off. It's a risk, right? it can pay off.
That was actually a pretty quick yellow there, too. It looks like the pace car lights are off. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. With it being the start of stage number 2. We're going to go to lap 65 to finish out this stage, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Got something a little special for you, though, once they take that green flag. Again, thank you all for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, helps us out a ton. Super chats are live. Help us keep the lights on. So Eric Anderson, Chris Harefield going to be on the front row of this restart. You got Stephen Burnett and Chris Rose. Row number 2. Out of turn number 4, down to the restart zone. Green flag is out and we're back to racing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get that volume knob and crank it up. Man, I love cranking up. Gotta love it. Some good camera shots there. Listen to them motors really roaring around this super speedway, I guess we can call it. Hope everybody enjoyed it in chat. Hope we didn't blow your speakers out. And they are racing hard up here at the front, man. Chris Harefield, you got Ed Jurgen, who made his way up towards the front. Stephen Burnett made a couple big moves up here as well. Almost 3 wide a couple of times.
One constant's been the 81. He's always on the back bumper of somebody, and he's trying to shove.
Yeah, I tell you what, Ping's been doing a really good job all night. Whether he's on the top line or the bottom line, he's been making something work. Staying up here in the top 5. He's pushing Jurgen pretty much out to the lead right now. Look at him right on the back bumper. He's got to watch, though. He gets a little to the left there. He gets on that back bumper. He might spin that number 92 around. So we're almost 3 wide in the back here. I don't know what happened there. Big move out of the number 7. That's George Cushman. He goes around to 24. Chris Rose. I see Coney Hines in chat. He says he noticed Chris Rose had a big wiggle in that number 24. So maybe a little handling issue going on with the number 24 right now.
As the 7 almost gets into the wall.
I do want to point out, though, Tanner, I mean, there's 43 drivers out on this racetrack right now. We've had 1 caution, aside from the stage caution, I believe. I mean, that's just impressive. These guys are putting on a great show here tonight.
And there's a lot going on out here. I mean, there's a lot everywhere you look, basically.
Looks like the top 4 maybe have a little breakaway going. Dustin Ping making a move to the bottom. What a move out of the 81.
Mr. Excitement. He's going to slow down a little bit, but the 18's going to pick him right up. That's going to be a new race leader at the line, I believe. He has the momentum.
Oh, man, it was close. But, yeah, give it to Dustin Ping that time by. Not by much, though. But you see, look at the momentum the bottom line has right now. There's only 2 trucks up there on the top. The 24's got to get up there and join that number 7 if they want a chance keeping this outside lane going. Oh, 92 up into the outside wall, 7 into the outside wall. That's going to slow them down big time. What's the 24 do? He finds a gap down to the bottom right in front of Derek Paulson. Oh, that was close.
I don't know if he found that or made that. It was really close.
He probably made it. And if I think if I know Derek well enough, he probably lifted just a little bit to make sure he did make that, because that was really close.
That was.
He jumps back up to the outside lane, though, once again. He goes up high, almost getting into the outside wall. So remember, Cody was out in chat. He told us, you know, once you get a little wear on them tires, you're going to start pushing. I think we're seeing a product of that.
They're definitely getting higher and higher up on the track. And I don't think it's by choice.
As Cody chimes in, he says the 24 will find gaps that aren't there. Watch out. He ain't afraid. I think we've just seen a prime example of that.
Yep.
Because that was absolutely nuts. Battle still for the lead, though. Dustin Ping, Chris Harefield. 92 of Jurgen, all over the back bumper, that number 18 on the top lane. Almost thought about making a move right there. He had a good run, but he backed out of it. Trying to go through the field just a little bit. There's 43 drivers. Trying to get everybody a little bit of camera time. Taking a look at Philip Van Vliet right now, lone Dutchman. And every driver around him. Got Andy Cork right behind him. Bradley Murphy's up there trying to make a move. That's 07. He's got a big gap to him, and looks like Corey Sherman. That 42 right behind Bradley Murphy on the top side. They're going to have to work together, try and get up to the back bumper of that number 3.
They should have the draft, but they're going to have to bust it. They can't afford that.
3 wide.
I think that's why the gap was there. I think the 07 has maybe been tight or something. As there's still 3 wide, Sam, and it gets really tight through here.
Well, I tell you what, that 07, he lost a lot of momentum right there. He lost, good Lord, about 10, almost 15 spots in a straightaway. That just shows you how on point you have to be with this type of racing. I do want to point out, though, Rick Thompson. I don't know if maybe when they made contact up in the front earlier, if he had some damage he had to get fixed, but he fell back on that round of pit stops. And he's fighting his way back up to 17th right now.
I saw the name drop. I don't know what happened. So I was wondering the same thing. He's going to the top side of the track. But look at the top two. Pink, able to get a little bit of a gap. But you see the 43, not able to get there to the back of the 5. And that's actually not helping the inside line at all. It's actually hurting them.
Again, could that be done on purpose? Maybe he doesn't want to run that close right now. Maybe he doesn't see the purpose of it. Or he's just testing those runs out, man. He could be trying to do that. How much of a pull is he going to get? Maybe he's going to try to win the next stage as well. Remember, first stage winner was 43, Eric Anderson.
Oh, and he was also one of the drivers that, did he take, I think he only did 2 tires, it looks like.
Oh, let's see here, 43.
I said only a 5-second stop.
I'm showing a 14.93 second stop.
Okay.
So I don't know what race your SDK is watching.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Not a big deal. Not many people took 2 tires, and I think that's kind of risky. I mean, if you got, I think they have 4 sets of tires laying in the pits. You got to get 4 fresh ones here. You just have to. Ooh, almost a little contact there between the 5 and the 92. To keep it straight. That 92 is, I think, trying to find any way he can to get around that 18. I think he wants this stage win. Cody Heinzman out in chat. For what it's worth, 4 tires don't even feel like enough here. Fair enough. I wouldn't know. So that's actually good information.
I think we saw just a little bit of contact between the 24 and the 43 right there in the middle through the tri-oval. Or what used to be the tri-oval. They're getting close again to each other.
43 starting to push up a little bit, just like Cody out in chat said earlier that these guys would be doing. We're getting close to that stage end though. 65, so about another 10 laps. Ooh, big wiggle out of the 24, it looked like, coming off the corner. And that's the thing that we got to watch for too, Tanner. I think these guys are going to have a lot of wheel in it trying to get these trucks to turn. And they're going to come off the corner and maybe get real sideways, especially you got someone real close to your back bumper. They're going to pack air on that spoiler, and it's just not going to help. Goes way wide that time in turns 3 and 4. Dustin Payne a little bit of a wiggle coming out of the corner. I think that time you're going to give it to Chris Harefield, led that lap. Side by side all the way back. So about the 0-7 it looks like. And they kind of single file out.
And you notice the outside lane, they're pretty much stacked up all the way back. They're nose to tail. The inside lane, they're starting to form up now. It looks like they are formed up pretty well good now. As the battle for the stage points is getting ready to be hot and heavy, I do believe.
Bottom line's a little broken up. Again, a little bit of a gap between that 5 and that 43 truck right now. Outside, and we see it happen. The outside lane working well. 18's guy, he could have cleared Ping right there. I'm surprised he didn't take the shot and go down to the bottom. See what he does here. He's going to get a big shot from the 92 Jurgen.
Ooh, the 7 had a big moment right at the start-finish line.
He lost a lot of momentum there. Got the 29 of Judd Danielson right behind him.
Whoa.
And what was going on up at the front there? They're trying to break the draft, man.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere you look. Huge advantage to Ping here at the line.
60, we got about 6 more laps before we see the caution flag. Unless a caution comes before then, and that will be the stage. We are within that window. How about Rick Thompson? He's up to 13th now. He's making it work getting through the field. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it.
I was just watching the 24 and the 43 side draft and maybe door bang a little bit again. I think they like each other.
They must if they keep,
Cody said
contact.
4 tires not enough, so 8 tires.
92 goes way wide there. See, here's the thing, though. I mean, the 92 is pretty much doing everything right now. That 24, I don't think is close enough to really make anything shake on that top side. Oh, 92 pushes tight all the way up almost to the outside wall.
He's right behind the 18 in the corner, getting all the dirty air.
Lap 62, only a few more laps before we end the stage. And I tell you what, the 18's had a couple of times he could have jumped down in front of Ping, but hasn't done it yet. I think he just likes that outside lane. Up into the outside wall. He's going to come down in front of the 24. 24 down 3 wide. Oh my God.
Oh, they're 4 wide. The 24 made a hole again. He made a gap for himself. It stacked the rest of everybody else up.
That one I think was even more risky than the first one.
Yeah, that one was pretty
slow.
Just a broadcast. Oh, we're still slipping and sliding. All I can say is wow. That was awesome. Good driving by everybody there. They kept it straight.
Wall. Here comes the 92 trying to make something happen. Dustin Ping all by himself right now.
He got way too far out. They're going to have a big run out the back of him here. The 5 did not take it. The 5 stayed put. Stayed loyal to the 81 here. 18's going to try to battle back here on the high side. They have the momentum right now.
They had the momentum, but the bottom lane has 3 trucks versus 2. Here comes the 43. 24 is going to jump up to the outside lane once again. Chris Rose.
18's got the line. He's got the momentum.
Oh, man, they are shoving. They are shoving so hard in the corner. 7 gave a 24 a shot. 24 gave 92 a shot.
It's a zip for the stage here down the backstretch.
Once they cross the line here and the 10th car crosses the line, that'll be it.
Oh, Ping got shuffled out. Shot wide. Right to the middle.
3 wide, one to the other.
92 in the wall, 24 around. There it is.
Wow, what a...
they're still piling in. They're still piling in.
Woo.
I don't know who that was.
That was a 0-3. Rumor has it, Tanner. Well, that ends the stage. Wow.
That was a good one. I haven't seen one that good in a long time.
That was, yeah, there was a lot going on right there.
I tore up a lot of fast guys because it happened up towards the front. That's what stinks about it.
Yeah, it started around the 24. Let's go back and see if we can't find out what happened. See if I can't get a better camera going on here.
Ping gets shuffled out in the middle and it just slows them all up. And then it's calamity. So 92 getting the wall.
Yeah, so that's, I think, what really started it. Ping is, they're 3 wide for the top spot right here. We'll slow it down. But you see the 92, he gets real tight, goes up into the outside wall. 24, nowhere to go, gets into the back of him, tries to catch it, and the 7 just gets in the left rear of the 24 and turns him around. It's just a classic chain reaction right there. And that calamity from there on out.
92's been tight already, right? We've already watched him go up near the wall and maybe touch the wall a few times, right?
29, Judd Danielson, he went for a ride as well. Let's see what happens here to him.
Oh.
Yeah, he tried slowing down, man.
He did.
Comes down and...
Can we see? Never mind.
What are you asking? What do you want to see?
Nothing. We're good.
You sure?
Yeah. Can we see the 03? Can I see that? Oh, yeah.
Probably gonna have to back it up here. So we'll back it up, see what happened. I don't think he really knew anybody was going to come down in front of him.
It may not have been as bad. This is what I want to see. I just want to see how he saw it. Okay, he thinks he's clear of it right there.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the, so here's the, this is a product of the different numbers here, Tanner.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
We can go with Phil. Let's go on board with Philip Van Vliet. Let's back it up and see what he sees. So he sees he sees the wreck right there. I think he starts slowing down. Yeah, he starts slowing down right here.
Yep.
And 29 just comes down the track. And so does the other driver there. And I'm not sure who that was, but I mean, Philip nowhere to go.
Absolutely not. As I'm hearing from race control, they are one to go now. I do believe.
That they are. We're taking too much time dissecting these cautions.
We timed it perfect. There was just a lot going on there. A lot of trucks damaged.
Yeah.
No fast repair, so any type of damage any of these trucks get, you're going to see them have to go down pit road and get it serviced, get it fixed.
According to my program here, we're seeing Jurgen, Ping, Harefield, Rose, Cushman, Dorsey, Scheidrich, Danielson, Richer, Raffini, Keach Jr., Stuyvesant, Van Vliet, and Fox all got a piece of that one.
Wow.
A lot of trucks involved with that one. And that was just the end of stage 2. What's it going to be like when they come to, you know?
Yeah, that was just for stage points.
Yeah, that wasn't even for the win.
No, right.
Calamity. Lights aren't even on, man. These guys are ready to go. It's like, come on, let's go back green flag racing.
Oh, I heard one to go a while ago.
They could have extended it, let guys catch back up to the back of the pack. I mean, again, a lot of cars involved with that one. I can't tell. It looks like the pace lights are off this time, so.
Something I want to note here, Sam. Andrew Caldwell. He's shown us 46 in STK. Up 30 spots right now, brother. Up 30 spots just from keeping the truck clean, not getting any trouble.
And that's a name we haven't said all night, so that's impressive. You're up 30 positions right now, sitting inside the top 10. He's got to watch, though. He's got Corey Sherman who's outside.
Corey Sherman, he's up, I believe I saw 9 spots.
And no, ladies and gentlemen, that was not a positive comment towards Corey Sherman.
No, absolutely not. Right.
So Hines was out in chat, Tanner. He says Harefield's going to be hard to beat. He's been up here all race, and that's very true. I like the 5. 5's been up here all race as well. Same with the 43.
I like the 5. I do like the 5. I like what I've seen.
Oh, here we go. Stage number 3. Getting ready to start. Down to the restart zone. Green flag is back out. We're underway.
Massive jump for Harefield in 18.
Yeah, but is that going to hurt him? That's the question.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's the 5 going to do? It looks like, he's going to go to the bottom. He's going to run the inside lane there. He's been on the bottom pretty much all night.
Now the 5, he's kind of by himself right now, waiting for the 92 to get up there.
It doesn't take long. These trucks get a lot of draft. They suck up pretty quick. Tell you what, I wouldn't count out this number 8 of Gary Bowman, too. He's been kind of quiet. He's been up towards the front, kind of back. He's been basically in the top 10 for most of the night. Gotta keep an eye on him as well. But if I was gonna guess who was gonna cause the big one tonight, I'm taking a look at that
Corey Sherman?
Yeah, I'm taking a look at that 3 truck of Corey Sherman.
Naturally.
Well, 92 thought he was going to make a move maybe to the inside there, the number 5. And the other thing I want to point out, now we know In real life NASCAR, ladies and gentlemen, they're not allowed to go below that red line there to make a pass. On iRacing, it's kind of a league thing, whether the league allows it or not. I was not informed whether if it was legal or not, so just keep that in mind. With the way they're racing, and none of them have really gone down below it just yet, I'm going to say it's not.
Right. I think it's illegal to do it here. And I like that.
Maybe Cody runs in this series a lot. Maybe he can kind of fill us in on that. Still side by side right now. Long way to go though. And the question is, are they going to have to make a green flag pit stop? That's what I'm waiting to see. All these trucks, you have to enter the pits going into turn 3. That means you have to be on the apron before you hit the turn in turn 3. That's going to be interesting to see.
If it's green flag and you have to do it, I'm scared. I'm scared if I'm one of these drivers.
Well, we've seen it at Talladega and Daytona, right? A lot of guys will communicate with each other where their pit stop is, where they're sitting at. You go all the way to the wall, I'll stay all the way up by the yellow line. Here, you really don't have that option. You don't have as much room to do that. So a lot of communication is going to have to be done with spotters, drivers. Let them know what's going on when they start making these green flag pit stops.
I don't want to pit with anybody, but you basically have to, right? Because you need to draft as well. So it's like a double-edged sword there.
As Cody's out in chat right now, he confirms, as far as I'm aware, no passing for position under the line unless to avoid an accident. He can't be 100% on it, though.
Right.
So, but again, with the way everybody's been racing, I'm going to go ahead and assume they're not allowed to do it.
Everybody, if they ever even touch it, they just kind of clip it. I mean, that's it.
You mentioned Caldwell. He's still sitting in 8th, keeping that truck clean. Hasn't really tried to move forward, but also hasn't gone backwards either. And he's keeping that truck basically pinned on that red line. So like, I think he's got something figured out that maybe nobody else does right now. One of the outside wall back there. I don't know who that was, but we're 3 wide right now. Trying to find out. That was a 0-8, it looked like. This Reed Wyman got a piece of the wall going down the front straightaway.
Stacked them up pretty good, too.
Yeah, everybody doing a really good job getting around
They
them
are.
now. With how minimal room there is, I give these guys a lot of credit. And gals. Amanda Sherman's out there, too. Speaking of that, let's give an Amanda Sherman update. She's back there in 30th. Up 8 spots. Or no, down 1 spot. Sorry, I read that wrong. What's she doing? Ain't nobody gonna believe that one. Well, we've seen crazier things happen. The whole field could wreck. Someone in the back could win this thing.
She's 30th. Caldwell's gained 30 spots, so it can be done. If she gains 30, she wins this thing. I have faith.
Rick Thompson almost back up inside the top 10 as well. Remember, he was up near the front in stage 1, went to the back, had a little bit of damage, got it fixed up. Now trying to fight his way back up inside the top 10. Sitting in 11th right now on that inside line.
If the 5 gets shoved way out in front. As I thought, it looked like Harefield was going to try to come down to the low line. He thought better of it, stayed up high. That's where he's been basically all night. 18's been, he likes the high line, it looks like.
Yeah, but how long can you like that high line, especially if you got a pit?
Right.
That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Just don't get me wrong, I like being up next to the wall too, but when it comes time to pit, you got to squeeze your way down. So, and the other thing is, Tanner, I don't know how many laps these guys can do on a tank of fuel. Was not given that information, so we're kind of playing it by the seat of our pants right now. Oh, big shot there. The 7 got the 43 a little loose down the backstretch. I don't think he hit him square, and I think that's what happened right there, because you see he lost a little bit of ground to that 18. Now the inside lane is formed up. And again, here comes the 46. Just naturally, he's just working his way up there.
Just staying committed to the low line. If the driver goes up, he just fills the gap. Just keeps just plugging along. It's awesome.
It's patience. That's patience right there. Up
Yeah, he's
30
basically
spots.
fishing. He's fishing for spots on the low line.
I would do the same thing. Someone gets out of shape, goes up the track a little bit, snag that spot.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take that. And he's doing it safely. Like, he's not putting himself in any type of harm or anybody else in any type of harm. He just fills the gap. He's about to do it to the 8. 8 was starting to push up right there.
43 and a 7, man. I don't know if the 7's just not hitting him square. They're just moving around a lot. I couldn't tell that time. 7's trying to make a move, though. He's tried to make a move a couple times on that 43, but I think that's just hurting him right now.
It's killing him. Look at the outside lane. It's just, they're killing whatever momentum they ever build.
Because they got a big gap from the 7 to the 3, and then the 3 back to the 54.
See, now that they're a little bit closer together, they'll get back to the 18's bumper here. And if they can stay linked up somewhat, they can push him right back to the front.
Yeah, but you see the 18, he's doing a really good job holding his ground up here. He's side drafted and just staying right alongside that number 92. The 5 kind of has an advantage. He can work both lanes right now if he so chooses, but I haven't really seen anybody do that all night. It's almost like you have to stay committed to one lane. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. 92 goes up the track, got into the 18 just a little bit.
I was hearing from Amanda Sherman, wrecking, by the way. I don't know where at, if that was it.
There's a lot of cars going slow. I don't think anybody got an X out of it, though. Maybe
Wow.
they did. Hold on, let's see if we can't see what happened, maybe. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And it definitely looked like they were going to be. Oh, yeah.
So it starts right here.
They were wrecking.
And just got into the back. I think that's Chris Dorsey. He got into the back of the 57, I believe that is. So they didn't wreck, but a lot of contact was made between a few drivers. Oh,
They're still, they still hit. They still keep hitting. It just kept going.
yeah, Philip Van Vliet actually got clocked pretty good right here. By Amanda, nonetheless. Great save by the lone Dutchman right there. That was awesome.
That's why there wasn't a caution. There was a lot of good saves there.
They kept it straight.
Yep. That was wild.
Well, now we got something interesting happening here, Tanner. Here comes the whole field, double file, 2x2x2x2, coming up on a lap car, I believe it was. Who is that, though? That's the question.
Is that the 24?
That is the 24.
Awesome. I'm here for it.
That's awesome.
I'm here for it.
All right, everybody, take a seat. Just take a breath. What's going to happen? They're catching him quick, and we've seen him shoot some gaps, so. And he has every right to try and not go another lap down.
Yeah,
so,
I don't want to lose a lap here if I'm him. If I can afford it.
Looks
I
like
want to lead this outside lane.
Yeah, 18 just picks him up. But he's going to have to get around him. I mean, he can't really stay there.
I think 24 played that perfect.
And 24 is not doing anything wrong. He's doing exactly what he has to. You see the 18, he's trying to make a move on him. See, 18, he can't race for a win with the lap car ahead of him.
And the lap car is damaged too. And these trucks are very, very aero dependent.
I was going to say, how much is that damage hurting him right now?
It's really hurting 18. He's not liking it.
So it can't be hurting him too bad,
Right.
but I think the
He's staying there.
24, with that damage, he probably wants to be the pusher, not the pushee.
I agree.
See, 18, he keeps looking to the inside. He's trying to, there it is, 3 wide. 18 makes a move. Oh, contact.
Oh!
Oh my goodness. Oh, there
That's
it is.
18 in the
Oh,
wall.
no, they're going to save it. 24 saves it.
No, they don't save this one. They don't save this one.
They
No way.
saved it. Oh my God.
There's no way they saved that
That
one.
was insane.
Okay. That's awesome.
How did they not wreck right there? Unbelievable. That was awesome. Wasn't awesome for the 18, but that was awesome.
24. Man. All the wall. Burnett in the 5.
But it really wasn't even the 24's fault.
No. No, they just wanted to get around him, right?
92 kind of pushed tight, got up into the 18, and 18 kind of clipped the 24, and that's really all that happened right there. Hey, you remember that one driver I mentioned?
Yep.
How about him leading the outside lane right now?
I'd love to see it. See how he can work the outside lane with him. Now look who he had behind him, the 18. So the 18 that did hurt him, he has a little bit of damage down from the outside wall, right? But now he's pushing the 46.
I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad.
I don't think so either. He looks okay.
Yeah, he looks. The truck itself looks fine.
The 92 is pushing up off the bottom really high now. Like he's really starting to shove up off the bottom line.
Yeah, I think his right front tire is not happy with him. Up 35 spots, Andrew Caldwell leading the outside lane. Even Cody Heinzman's in chat saying the 92 is so tight. Not a good sign. And that, it's hurting the 5. It's hurting the 5 right now because the 92 just can't stay on the back bumper. 18 thought about jumping down in front of the 5, but just didn't have enough momentum. Big shot down the back straightaway from the 18 to the 46. It's gonna push him out.
He wants that 46 to go down low. He's trying to shove him out. He's clear. He can go down. That's exactly what 18 wanted now.
New race leader up 36 positions. Andrew Caldwell, 3 wide.
He
Almost
couldn't
3
make a
wide.
decision there. He needs to get down. Oh, he saved himself right there.
The 5 gave him one hell of a break right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think the 46 tried kind of clearing himself a little bit right there. He said,
Well,
I'm coming down.
He ran himself out of options. He wanted to come back high, but he couldn't. He was kind of stuck in the middle.
These guys are putting on a show. We're on lap 98 of 130, ladies and gentlemen. Last stage. This is for the win. And the question we still have, do they have to pit? And with it being the Atlanta Super Speedway, essentially, what do you do? Fuel only, or do you take tires?
Man, I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision because I don't.
Well, we know at Daytona and Talladega, 9 times out of 10, you're going to take fuel only on a green flag,
Fuel
right?
only, right, absolutely.
But here, with it being so important to save those tires, I'm curious what you're going to have to do. I see a lot of drivers starting to maybe
They're
make their way to
jumping
the
down low.
bottom. Yeah.
They're jumping down low.
See, Corey Sherman, he's kind of pushing tight. 54 pushing
54.
a little tight.
Both of them.
92, he's dropped back quite a bit, too. Jurgen's fallen all the way back to 9th. 24 still up there.
They're calling out pits. They're calling out pits.
Well, here we go.
Watch this turn 3, 76, Rick Thompson. I know it's one, I believe. 81, Justin Ping.
Now,
That was fairly smooth.
You're
That
up.
was fairly smooth.
according to the rules, you are allowed to race and make passes on each other, getting to the commitment cone. Something we're going to have to watch as well. Those 3 drivers hit pit road nice and smooth.
So just for clarity, they can go ever how fast they want down low.
Pretty much.
Until they get to the pit road cone. Until they get to the actual pit road.
As far as I'm aware, yes. If I read the rule correctly, yes.
10-4.
And did they pit a little early? So, but that just tells me they're gonna have to pit. Oh!
Whoa, the 5!
No way he saved that.
No.
Way.
It's gotta.
No way.
All right, bro.
I see you, 5. I see you, Stephen Burnett. Let's see if I can't go back and see what happened. Oh, he just kind of come up a little bit. I don't know if maybe he came up or somebody came down. Yeah, he just drifted up.
He drifted, all right.
What a save.
That's
I mean, that was insane. Speaking of which, another driver up 32 spots, Tom Richard, league owner, sitting there on the outside lane leading it. Out of nowhere, haven't said his name all night long. So who comes down pit road next?
That's what
the question.
I'm starting to wonder, did that pack pit too early here?
I don't think they
Dustin
did.
Ping, are they linked up? Derek Paulson, Dustin Ping, Rick Thomas. Oh, they're in a pack. They're good.
They're in a pack.
Amanda Sherman's calling out she's pitting this next time.
Looks like they also took, I want to say, fuel and right side tires.
43's coming down this time, Bob. And a bunch. There's a bunch coming.
43 hitting pit road. Amanda Sherman and a few other drivers.
They're telling me fuel is really close here, and they want some tires.
I think if you're going to fill the tank, at the very least, you want to take right sides.
Hot pit here again. A lot of them calling it out again.
92 Jurgen coming down pit road.
These drivers here are liking to stay out on track.
Well, it's giving them track position right now too. Let's give
Absolutely.
a shout out to the number 20 of Mike Stiverson. Up 28 spots thus far.
46 is coming down this time.
We got 25 laps to go.
Race leader's coming
A
down.
lot of people coming down.
That's gonna give the lead back over to Richter.
I'm like fairly impressed that these guys are managing this well. To be
I thought
honest.
there would be a caution. I thought we would get a caution from this.
Ooh, the 46.
Honestly.
He came in a little hot. I don't think he got a penalty, but he came in pretty hot right there.
Now, how are these guys coming off pit road? They got to get up to speed. They want to have any type of help they can, but some of these guys are pitting actually.
Race leader coming down pit road. He's bringing, that's Tom Richard. He's bringing Stiverson, Sherman, and Wright along with him. So, I mean, I'm looking at my...
Sherman with a good entry. Look at this.
Look at that. Yeah, he said, I'll
Troy
take those.
He said, y'all said we can race down here. Let's race.
So he almost even got Richard right there. That was good.
Lights 9 kills. Synced it.
I hovered over one of my programs too long. So right now, Tanner, Rick Thompson, Derek Paulson, Dustin Ping, they're going to be the ones to take over the race lead. And they're all by themselves.
But they're linked up perfectly. Exactly what they needed.
I'm pretty sure at least. Yep, there they go. Rick Thompson, new race leader.
When they came off of pit road, they were able to be in that pack, right? They were in that big group. Yes, some of them were pitting, but they were able to pick up a pack, so they never really lost a whole lot of time pitting. Whereas some of these guys, they're coming out by themselves. They don't have no help right now.
So Dustin Ping running third, and then we got to go back almost 2 seconds to Clemens Baker, number 42, but he's all by himself right now. That's not good for him. And Thompson, Ping, and Paulson, they are all just nose to tail, working together really good, being smooth. And they got another Speed Mafia driver. That's Fred Thompson. Maybe they could get lucky and have Fred get linked up here as well, but I think they're going way too fast. I say Speed Mafia, but I don't know if that's their team in this series.
What if RT76 wins this one too?
Well, he's got 21 laps to do it. And they pit on lap, everybody pretty much pit around lap 100, 105, 107, somewhere around there. So
Amanda Sherman communicating with the race leaders right here.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to blow by her.
They're trying to pick her up. They're communicating, trying to pick her up, but she says she has a little bit of damage.
And she does. You look at the right side of that truck. See if we can't get a good angle on it. She jumps down right behind that 42 truck.
You got a big pack formed up behind these drivers, though. A big pack.
Who is the leader of this pack? Looks like Jurgen and Harefield. So here's the thing, though. These guys, they gotta stay patient. They can't really race each other if they want to catch those guys. I mean, they have more cars right now. But these guys are single file and they're just cruising. So they probably will catch them, but how quick?
This lead pack is not, I mean, they're single file, but they're not really nose to tail, really. You're seeing that air bubble you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, the 42 can't get to the back of that 81. But that's what this lead pack right now, that's what they all have to do. They have to get as close as they can to each other to keep their momentum up. Because you see, I mean, these guys are all split up back here, but they're making moves coming to the front.
They actually made up a lot of time there. I wasn't prepared for that. And then the camera panned out.
3 wide. Oh, the double zero's going to get hooked into the outside wall.
That's going to be a big one.
Come out.
That's going to be a big one. You got folks to the grass. 92 got the inside wall, I believe.
Wow.
I saw it again.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't see nothing. I wish it didn't do that. I'm trying to switch between like 30 programs. You know how I go, whoa. Someone almost rear-ended someone coming to catch the pace car. Not a big deal. Let's see if we, let's get an instant replay here.
Whoa, they're still almost hitting.
All right, so take a look at the double zero in the center of the screen, ladies and gentlemen.
FedEx.
Up off the corner. He comes up, and I believe that's the 9. And collects a couple other drivers. He actually collects Jurgen as well. Right there. He gets the 5. He got the 5, the 92 involved. Richer got a 1X. He went down into the grass to avoid it. I think he didn't get anything. Let's take a look at Richer here.
So I also said the 92 got the inside wall earlier. He did not. He actually didn't get any damage except from when he got hit.
So I think the drivers who had the worst contact was the double zero. I think the 5. Yeah, 5 got the outside wall pretty good.
That's going to be some damage.
Man. It's crazy how things shake up that quick. We're 16 laps to go right now. But
it's impressive though that wreck right there and the wreck earlier was as little as they are.
It could have been a lot worse.
Those are normally just race enders.
So involved with that one, Brian Dorsey, Dennis Nickel, Edward Jurgen, Stephen Burnett, George Cushman, and Ray Richer all getting a piece of that one. It's Cody Heinzman in the chat. This changes everything, and he's absolutely correct. And he says, what a master stroke on strategy from Speed Mafia, though. I agree. They short pit, they got out there, now they're controlling the race. But everybody's going to be packed up now.
Right. I can tell you, Rick Thompson did not like that caution. Did not want to see that yellow flag come out right now.
With 16 laps to go, I'm just going to go out on a limb. These guys have been doing really good, but I don't think that's going to be our last one.
Fireworks. I'm expecting it. Knew there was no claim on that one.
So,
Peek behind the curtain.
it is. I know you can hear them talking. They claim their cautions, ladies and gentlemen, but we have a better view than they do, right? So 00 could have felt like the other guy came down. 9 could have felt like the 00 came up. So it's kind of hard when you're in the car to make
It's so
that
biased
call.
out your windshield.
Yes.
Out your own windshield.
From the angle we saw, it looks like the 00 pushed it 3 wide and just kind of drifted up just a little bit, just enough to get hooked into the outside wall. That's what I see.
$15 laps to go. A lot of trucks still out here.
So Cody's in chat, giving us a lot of information. Thank you, Cody. Greatly appreciate it. When there's no claim, it goes to a driver committee decision made up of 3 to 5 drivers not on the team of any involved. So they try to keep it, it seems like, as unbiased as possible, which is very good.
Absolutely.
Here we go, though. Going to be 14 laps to go when we take the green flag. Rick Thompson in the lead. Scott Clemens Baker to his outside. Green flag back out in the air.
That front row was doing everything but lean on each other right then on the start.
Good launch for the 76. He's going to get the 18 right behind him. Good job for
The outside
Harefield.
lane is
They
the
didn't
outside
go.
lane just was not existed right then.
Yeah, they didn't
like
go.
a miss. Somebody just had a mistake, maybe getting through the gears or something.
.42, Clemens Baker on the outside, Rick Thompson on the inside. Thompson has Harefield behind him. Clemens Baker has Dorsey behind him. 13 laps to go. Anything can happen. If you thought they were racing hard before, you ain't seen nothing yet.
We've seen 2 wide basically all night long. I feel like we're getting close to seeing 3 wide. It's almost that time, Sam.
That's very risky, though. It's such
It
a
is.
tight track, but, I mean, you got to make the moves. You got to get up there.
Absolutely. If you're the 43, you have nowhere to go right now. He's a few rows back on the inside lane.
And I
It's
mean,
a wall of cars.
You can kind of see guys looking, moving around, seeing where they can maybe stick that nose, create a gap if they have to. Look at the 18 all over the back bumper of the 76 right now, going into 3 and 4. I tell you what, if you're Rick Thompson or you're Clemens Baker, you're shaking. You're sweating. You're looking in that mirror more than you're looking out the windshield. We can even
And
go.
you're hoping whoever's pushing you, you're hoping to hit you straight, hit you square.
We can even give you an idea. Like, this is what Rick Thompson's basically looking at every lap right now. He don't care what's in front of him.
Please just hit me easy. Is what he's thinking. But he knows he's about to get hit.
Look at him. Oh, man, look at you. See that? Oh, man. They're just everywhere when they go through the quad oval like that. Everybody moving around, looking for a gap, looking for a little bit of better air. The number 9 goes way wide a little bit, maybe trying to get a run here on the 42 out of the corner. He's going to have it. Is he going to look to the inside? No, he stays hooked to the back bumper. 9 laps to go. 42 now with a good run, could drop down in front of the 76. Slowly works his way down, maybe trying to work both lanes right now. Blocks the inside lane, jumps back up to the top to block that momentum. Lost the inside lane now, though. That 18 is doing a really good job of pushing the 76 around this racetrack. 8 laps to go.
It's go time now.
Yeah, well, that's the question. What's the point of no return? I know it's go time, but when do you lay all the cards onto the table to try and make a move for the win? And how do you do it? Everybody moving around right back there behind him in that second lane. Looking for the gap. Give it to Scott Clemens Baker. That time by. 7 laps to go. Still side by side for the race lead. 18 all over the back bumper of the 76. Once again, the 9. Oh, Thompson pushes up just a little bit. A little bit of contact there between him and that 42. 42 is going to have a good run here. He's going to be able to clear the 76. He might be able to work both lanes now. Oh, no, he stays up.
A few cars.
Look at
a
that
few
move.
cars got cleared.
That move by the 9 of Dorsey.
With 76, it was like he just hit a brick wall, just lost all momentum in that inside row
I think
when
he's
all that
getting
happened.
tight. Remember, he pit earlier than anybody else.
Oh, yes, sir.
Out of turn 4, this time by 5 laps to go. Here for the Georgia Peach 195. Here comes that 46 once again. Andrew Caldwell. Don't count him out. He snuck his way back up there again, all over the back bumper of the 42. I tell you what, I don't know. I think the 9, Dorsey, I think that was the move of the race right there. He shoved the 42 out to the lead, got clear of Thompson, jumped down in front. Now trying to make his way up towards the race lead. 46 gives a shot to the 42 right there as we go back down into 1 and 2. 4 laps to go. Lot of wiggling. Lot of bumping. Lot of banging. Dustin Payne in the back there. He got up into the outside wall.
He got the wall for sure.
Out of turn 4, 3 laps to go. This time by. Good run by the 42 and the 46. The 18 right there with them.
That outside lane is able to build so much more momentum right now.
They're staying tucked up on each other. A lot better than that bottom lane is.
I mean, they're getting multiple cars clear of the leader on the low line at that time.
The 8 jumps up, makes a little contact with the 76.
Oh,
One in the wall.
I got really tight right there.
Everybody's jumping up on the outside. Nobody wants to go with the 76 of the 9. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. Clemens Baker leading the way. Caldwell right behind him.
Hung out to dry on the low line, the 76 and the 9, I
Caldwell
believe.
making a move. Caldwell down to the bottom of the racetrack. This is insane.
There's this white flag in the air this time by Sam.
White flag, 1 lap to go here at Atlanta. What do you do?
Will they come back around?
Will they make it? Who lives? Who goes on the hauler? 9's gonna get a big run here down the back. What's he gonna do? Does he do anything with it? It's a shot to the 46. 42 comes down the block. The 18 goes up high with a run. Side draft out of the corner. Side by side down to the line, down to the wire. Who's gonna get it? I think Harefield got him. Chris Harefield by 0.01. Got Clemens Baker for the win. What a finish. Ran the outside lane all night long. Come home with the win. Man, that was great. That was a really good race.
He was one of a handful of drivers that could actually get up front and stay up near the front all night long, too. Photo finish.
1/100th of a second.
I believe that's back-to-back photo finishes now for this series.
Awesome job by the 18. Second going to Clemens Baker. And, you know, huge shout out to the 46 of Caldwell, up 34 positions here tonight.
Driver of the night by far.
Didn't get the win, but comes home in third. Great run out of that 46. Man. So we just got to, now I'm new to this Discord, so I got to try finding these guys. Tanner, if you want to help out too, just see if, well, I don't know if you have permissions. Never mind. Let's see here. Got to find these guys. Get these post-race interviews going. Caldwell, we can move him. I can't move him. Drivers, if you're watching the broadcast, head to the hauler waiting room for your interview. Fantastic finish. Great race. Go ahead and head to the waiting room. We'll get you guys pulled up here, get you interviewed. We're going to start with the third position. Yeah, I can move. Okay, I can move Caldwell. So we're waiting on one more. Once Clemens Baker jumps in that waiting room, we'll go ahead and start post-race interviews. I want to make sure everybody's there.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to move him either.
Okay.
Only certain.
Well, that's okay. We can start with Caldwell. I'll go ahead and bring him up. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and bring him up here. Number 46 of Andrew Caldwell coming home in third position. And Andrew, you had probably one of the craziest races. Your driver of the night by far. Unfortunately, couldn't get the win, but up 34 positions tonight. Kind of walk me through your race and how you managed to get up there and put yourself in position to win.
Oh, well, I mean, it was, yeah, it was quite the race, but started in the back just to be safe. It's my first race this season, so I know how it'd go, but slowly made my way up, kind of stayed in the back throughout stage one, moved forward in stage two and got, I think, 2 stage points or 1, I'm not sure, but, and then slowly moved my way up. And then the green flag stopped, locked out the brakes coming into pit road, and then slipped through my box. And then that last caution helped me catch back up. And with 2 to go, I think I made my move a lap too early. But other than that, it was quite the race. I'm happy to come home third.
Like I said, I think me and Tanner are going to go ahead and give you driver of the night for coming up 30, 34, 32 positions, I think it was. And keeping that truck clean, putting yourself in a good position to win. You got a few stage points tonight. Great finish out of that number 46, who you got to thank tonight.
Well, first off, got to thank Cyber for letting us come race for free. Ton of fun, just like you guys saw tonight. It was great. I got to thank you guys in the booth for broadcasting for us so everyone can watch. And got to thank my parents as well for always supporting me.
Hey, again, congratulations on your third place finish. We'll see you again next week, Andrew.
Thank you.
As your third place finisher, Andrew Caldwell. Tanner, I believe you're catching up with second place.
As I have him here now, Mr. Scott, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
10-4. How you doing, guys?
Doing good. I feel like you're doing a little bit better. Talk me through your night here tonight, man. It was a action-packed night, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great race overall. I mean, I was hanging towards the back for the first stage or two. Really hard to pass out there. Big track position race. Being on the bottom lane, you just kept going backwards, it felt like, the whole time. But tried to work my way up there towards the end of stage 2. Snuck into the top 10 for that one after that wreck. But yeah, once the final stage started, I knew I was going to take 2 tires on that green flag stop, and it got me that track position I needed to restart up front in the end. And then had a good battle with the 76 on the inside for a while at the end, holding the outside lead. My plan was to keep the outside until the last lap and then see what happened. That's what happened. And then the 18 got on my right rear, and that was it from there.
Another photo finish, though, for this series. What do you think when you were at the line? Did you know he got you, or did you think you had it?
I knew once I dove to the inside and he got to my outside, it was going to be really tight. I didn't want to wreck him, wanted to hit his door a little bit, maybe check him up a bit, but yeah, it was tight, but I figured he got me once he got to my outside.
Awesome race, no, nonetheless. Still second place here at Atlanta. Who we got to thank for the 42, buddy?
Yeah, I want to thank my teammate, the 08 Reed, for helping me out, pushing me, working with me tonight. Thank everyone that's watching Thank Philip for sponsoring this race, and Tom and all the guys at Cyber for putting on such a great league. Excited for the rest of the season.
Right on, buddy. We'll let you get back down there and celebrate with your team.
Great, thanks guys.
Second place finisher, Scott Clements Baker, number 42. Great run out of that number 42.
Absolutely.
But we got to talk to the man of the hour, and that is the number 18 of Chris Harefield. Now, Chris, you got the win. Congratulations. Photo finish. We'll start with that. However, up front pretty much most of the night, also running the high lane most of the night. Was that kind of your plan going into this race, or were you thinking something completely different? Walk me through it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for the congratulations. Yeah, the high line just seemed to be a little bit easier on the tires and carried a little bit more momentum in and off of the corner. So it was easy to keep it wound up there. I mean, all the way down to the end, it was pretty exciting. I'm pretty sure all the viewers that were watching were on the edge of their seat just like I was.
I mean, we were on the edge of our seats up here pretty much all night. You guys were racing real close. There was a couple of times you made contact with a few people. You said the outside lane was better on tires. Coming out of 4 there, you made the move to the outside to go for the win. Did you think you got him, or did you think it was just too close to call right at first?
Yeah, I wasn't sure until we got to the line. I was just trying to keep it as clean as possible that way. I mean, we didn't ran that long, without any incidents, and just wanted to have a good finish at the end. First or second, it would have been fine. Happy to get the win, though, as always. Lock it in for the playoffs later on.
Listen, man, you guys put on one hell of a show here tonight, Cyber Thunder. I'm glad to be broadcasting this. Great win tonight. You definitely showed you can win, especially here. I want to see what you can do next week. But that being said, congratulations once again. Who you got to thank on that number 18?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody at Cyber Thunder for putting on the series that they do. Also, you guys at True Sim Productions for broadcasting this and making it possible for people in different states and different family members and all to be able to watch it. It's pretty cool. Get to play around on a Tuesday night. It's fun. Appreciate you.
Awesome, man. Again, congratulations on the win here tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
That was your race winner, Chris Harefield. Tanner, any final thoughts?
I'm actually shocked. That was a great race, honestly. Wasn't expecting that coming in Atlanta. 43 trucks, and these boys and lady put on one hell of a show here.
They absolutely did. We're going to go ahead and start getting this thing shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night for Cyber Thunder for the Georgia Beach 195. We'll see y'all next week. Race results are on your screen. Chris Harefield getting the win. Scott Clements Baker getting second. Andrew Caldwell third. And up to 18th there on your screen. Again, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.